Hello and welcome again to our YouTube channel. In today's video from the software series, we are going to start with our HTML basics. These HTML basics will be beneficiary to everyone likes to start working with HTML. Those who are studying HTML for the first time, if you are a blogger and you like to use HTML to make some modifications to your WordPress blog, or to if you are working on a blogger site, or you can add some features that is not available by default from this defined WordPress options. You can add this and you can stand out as a blogger. If you are a marketer, you can make a great opt-in pages if you know a little bit about HTML. This HTML is used in creating any web page that you are working on. So knowing a little bit or knowing the basics about it and knowing how to tune it yourself will make you able to understand how these opt-in pages or blog is working and how to optimize it. Also, if you are having a web page of your own, a developer had made it for you and you need to update it and so on, you can enter a little bit, work a little bit on it and update it yourself. Even if you are studying an HTML and you're having some coding homework, this tutorial will help you. So without any further, we will start. Usually I'm using the Notepad ++ because it's basic code editor, and it's plain one, and it's having the minimum distraction, and automatically it allows me to run my files on the on whatever browser I'd like to start with. Okay, if you can install it directly. I will be sharing you the link in the description below, and we'll start using it. There's another option. You can work on integrated development environments which are available online, and we had made a previous tutorial about the different integrated developer environments available online, and how to use them, and I'll be sharing also this in the description, so you can go to them if you don't like to download, or you like to work from your mobile or from any small computer, Chrome computer or something, and don't like to download software on it. You can work directly on this integrated development environments online. Okay, so without any further, let me start with to write here. So that's a basic HTML file. Okay, if we return back here to close it from here, from my Chrome browser, and I go to it again. So that's a normal file. If you like to create this file, you can come simply to here, file. You can make a new file, save it wherever you like, and then you start editing on it. So we'll start with this, our basics.html file. If you go to write, that's a default sentence. Without making anything, just you are writing on it, and then you like to run it on Chrome, to launch in Chrome. It will open your file basics.html. I need to save the file. That's very important. Then I come back to here and refresh my file. You'll find it coming as a default sentence. It's coming based on the font default for your browser and without any modifications. So what HTML is actually doing? HTML is hypertext markup language. So it's giving to this text a mark that the browser will understand how to present this text on your web page. So for example, and the tags that HTML uses to define its elements, it simply starts with smaller than. For example, I will be using heading tag, so it uses the tag or the element is using shorthands. So for the headers, you have h1, h2, which depends on the size of the file. So I'll be using the maximum one, which is h1, the biggest one. Okay, like this, you had started an opening tag for your sentence, and at the end, I'll put a closing tag for it. The closing tag is having this backslash, and then the same shorthand for the name of the header, which header1, which is the biggest one. Okay, and I'll save it. Okay, and I'll go to my website and refresh it. So you see now it starts styling for it. So that's the basics for HTML, or how HTML is displayed on our browser. It's a tag with shorthand for the type you like, and and then a default. If you like to change this one, for example, to a paragraph is P, so we will make it B, and I will save it. If you go here and F5, you find it's changing. Paragraph is coming as a default text writing. Okay, so now if I go again here, let me start with something more interesting. So we will go, because this will help you if you're working with bloggers and so on, to know how to style your lists using HTML. So we will start the tag for HTML. So UL is unordered list, so which is a bullet lists. Okay, and after that you add the first item as list, which is your first item in your list. Okay, so I will call this item 1, and I'll be closing it, my tag, enter. I'll be adding the second item in my list. Okay, I will call it item 2, and I'll be closing it. Okay, and then I'll be closing my unordered list or bullet list. So okay, let me save it and we see how it is displayed on our browser. If we refresh it, you can see that it's a bulleted list with item 1 and item 2. If you like to make it a multi-level listing, so I return again here. Before the end or the closing tag here, I'll be adding another list. So you can add here. I like to intend it a little bit so you can understand the difference. So I will add here for this time an ordered list. Ordered list is a numbered list. So, and this item, we call it 2.1 for example. And okay, so this one, I'm sorry, so we started this one, and then I'll be using its indentation is very good that you can understand your software with looking. Okay, just looking to it, you can understand anybody's software. So that's the first list. Li is used for the list, whether it is an ordered list or unordered list, so or descriptive list even, but this we will see in coming videos. So this one is a list. Okay, let's call this item 2.1, and then I need to close my list, item list, and then I'll go for the second item list, and I'll be calling it item 2.2. Okay, then I save now. I need to close my ordered list. I go back here to be aligned with it, and then I will close it here, my ordered list. I save, and then I go back to my browser. I refresh it. You can find that this now it's numbered list, and that's the new 2 new items we have added. Okay, now I need to make styling for these items. So it's coming in colors, it's coming in different fonts and different backgrounds and so on. So the styling in HTML is having many ways how to style your file. So this styling is either you use a style sheet and with a separate file, which is the most professional one, and you code inside it all the styles, the colors you like, and you call it in the header section of your basic HTML or your HTML file. The other one is to use HTML inside the HTML itself to make a section for coding itself, and this comes like this. That's I can make here style, so that's style tag. Okay, and then enter. Yes, I like to close it so I don't forget to close it. Okay, and in between I'll put some styling for my list. For example, if I, for the unordered list, you can see here that the default tag is coming. This is called, they call it disk. I like to make it a circle. So for UL, okay, that's the closing. For the style, that's how you write your style sheet. Is coming in UL. That's the name of the file you or the name of the element you are using, and it's having an open curly parenthesis and a closing curly parenthesis. It's coming in right here because you have nothing inside. So should be something inside. Okay, and here, for example, I'll be using layer sorry, list, style, okay, type. Okay, and instead of this square, I would like to make it a circle, so I'll be using a circle, and I put here semicolon, okay, and I save my file. If I now this will style the unordered list, which is the first two items. Instead of the disk, it will coming in a circle. I saved it, and then I go and I refresh it here. You can find that this one are changed now to circles. I can do the same, but I will try show you in a different way. So that's the basic styling. So this same code, if you are using a separate CSS file, you will insert it in the same way in this CSS file. Another more professional way than work is to make a class. To make a class like this, when we programmed it as unordered list, all the unordered lists on our page will coming as a default now as a circle instead of the disk. So if I like, and this default styling is a very basic styling of our HTML. It's having some set of default styling. So if you said an ordered list or unordered list, so the ordered list is coming in numbers 1 and 2, and unordered list is coming in disks. And then you need to change them in your either your style .css file or cascaded style sheet, or if you can make it in other ways. In cascaded style sheet also, if you consider that we are working on it now, we can we can put and we can put any name from our side here. For example, I'll be using the name here lower. I lose lower alpha. Okay, let's say lower Roman for numbering. Okay, I'll open also the curly brackets. I close the curly brackets, and in between them I'll be adding my code. So I will add here list, style, type also. Okay, and I'll be using lower Roman. Okay, and then I will be closing it with semicolon. Okay, let me save it now. Okay, and now to be able to use this class, I need to come to my ordered list here. You don't come inside the list itself because the list is inheriting from the ordered list, so you cannot put this in here. Okay, now if I need to add this class, I go to the opening tag of my element, which is the ordered list, and I write here class equal, and I add the double quotations, and I write here the name of the class, which is lower underscore Roman. Okay, and I save it. Okay, and I go here to refresh. You can see there now it is changed the default from 1 and 2 to Roman 1 and Roman 2. So that's another style of coding, or for styling using class. Okay, you can do also one more step. I can come, for example, here. I will show you this one. I can write here directly the style from here. So style equal. Okay, and I add here list dash style dash type. I put here some semicolons, the semicolon, and I put here the colon, sorry, and then I write after it, for example, square. I need to change it to square and semicolon at the end. I save it. Okay, and now I go here to refresh. You can see now it's changed to squares here. Okay, so now we know that how to style our HTML file. There are the default styles, like we have seen. We make an unordered list, or it's coming in disks, bullets, and if I make the ordered list, it's coming in numbers 1 and 2. The other one is to make a separate file you call style.css, and then you call it inside your program. You will make a link to it. We will see this in another video, because when we add the meta tags of in our HTML file, and then you can make a section in your HTML file, and between the opening and the closing tag of style, and you write inside it the styling. And this styling writing is exactly what you write in your cascading style sheet. within your styling, you can write, you can style the complete element. So any URL you are going to use in your file will coming with circle, and you can use dot with any name you specify. So this one is lower Roman, to make a class, and inside this class you put the style you like, and then you call this class within the entry tag. So that's another way of styling your sheet. Or you can put the word styling itself, and you can write the styling code inside here. Okay, so we'll do another nice trick here, which is in this file. After we had known this, let we do a nice game here. For example, that I like to color my list. So if I will add here red, or dot red, for example, and I will make this as a class. So it's dot red. I put an opening and closing tags, and between the opening and the closing tags I will put in my code. I will put color red. Okay, usually I'm using names that denotes to me what is inside this class. Then I can use it after that. Okay, and I will come here and add here. If I need to add more than one class, I leave a space and I put the other class. I will adding here red. Okay, and then I will save, and I'll refresh here. You can find out that your list is coming in red color, but I need only the numbering to come in red, and the writing to come in black. So I will go back again, add an inline element. So whatever we were editing now, which is very important, is UL, paragraph, unordered list, list item, and so on, and ordered list. All these are block elements. So it starts on a new line and takes the complete width of the line. But there are some elements which are inline elements. So it helps you to style part of your code. For example, I will use it in a small part here. As that I like only to change 2.1 to black. So I will start here with span. Okay, and I will close this span. Okay, and then in the opening of my span I will add style equal, okay, color black, semicolon. Okay, let me save and refresh here to see what's happening. You can see now that 2.1 is changed to black. Only this one, so this inline elements, it allows you to style parts of your code. So if you like to keep, as we said in the beginning, you like to make only the numbering in red and the all the text in black. So I need to just move this span, Control X, and put it in before this item 1, and then I will come to put it before item 2 also, and then I will add a closing tag for span inline element here. Okay, and then I save. I go here and I refresh. You can find now, okay, something was written not correct, so I need to come back here. Okay, I need to close this list. Okay, just to make sure we are in the right shape. Yes, I think we are okay, so I need to save. Okay, and then I come here and refresh. Okay, now you have your items in red, the numbering in red and lighting in list. You will find the details and the codes for all of this on our blog post. I'll be sharing also the link below in the description besides this video, and I'll be sharing also how to use online IDEs. I hope you like this information. You like the information we have here. You can use it to style your blog. We have also a video how to style your blog using this basic HTML. I'll be sharing also in the description. Watch our videos, share the information. If you have any comment, if you need to know more information, we can discuss in the comments under our videos or on our blog posts. Subscribe in our channels and in our posts, and see you in coming videos.